Hey, this is Beth Terminella, and I'm coming to you live from Crystal Beach. And today we're going to talk about the March real estate market report that I do every month. And this just takes a deep dive at the end of the month, so you have an idea of what's actually happening on the market. So for the month of March, we go from the ferry to Highland, from the beach to the bay. I pull the information from the Houston Association of Realtors. So let's just dig right in. There were 342 active homes on the market as of March 31st. That number is high. We need that number to come down. That number went up from March, 33 houses. There were $387 per foot is the average price for homes that are currently on the market. That's the average price per foot that homes are currently on the market at. That number did not change from February, so it stayed even. We need that number to come down. We had 29 homes that sold in the month of March, which is great. That number came up. We'd like to see that activity. The average price for homes that sold is $494,825. That's the average sold price for the month of March. That number came down from February, $42,675. Now, the average price per foot that things are selling at is $328. So if you go back and look at what things are on the market at $387 a foot, you can see that the difference is about $60 a foot for the average. So like I said, we need that number to come down. The average sold price went up $3 a foot. We are currently in a buyer's market. We have an 11-month inventory of homes on the market, and that, according to NAR, that shows that we're in a buyer's market. So it's 11 months before we can get through the surplus of houses that we have on the market. The average time that a house is going to stay on the market is 190 days. So that if you're putting your house on the market right now, expect, unless you price below market value, your house is going to stay on the market 190 days. We did have 21 houses go under contract in the month of March, which is good. So hopefully next month when I do this report, we'll see that sold number still high. We had 19 houses that expired, terminated, or withdrew. So we're going to I break down every month what is actually selling. And so beachfront, we had 3 houses that sold beachfront. The average price per foot is $426. That number is up for the number of houses. The price per foot is down. First and second row, we had 3 houses that sold. That number went up. The month before, we didn't have any houses that sold. That was for first and second row, so that it was 408, so I didn't put an arrow there. Third row and back, there were 14 houses that sold. The average price per foot for those houses is $315. The number of houses sold went up. The price per foot went up. So if you're third row and back, that number is important to you. And then Bayside, the number's up, 9 houses sold. The number is also up for the price per foot that it sold at $314. Now, this does not mean that if you're third row and back, this is what your house is going to sell for, because I would rather come in and do a deep dive look and see what your house will sell for. This is just an average. The next graph just goes through the past 5 years, so you can just kind of see what has been happening here. And just like everything else, things went crazy during COVID. We're never going to see that again. So folks, if you think that we're going to go back to those high prices per foot that things are selling at, and as soon as it hits the market, you're going to get a contract, those days are over for a while. In 2020, we had 20 houses that sold in the month of March at $207 a foot. In 2021, this is when COVID really started taking off, we had 35 houses that sold at $402 a foot. In 2022, there were 53 houses that sold at $385 a foot. In 2023, 31 houses that sold at $390 a foot. And then here we are in 2024 And we did have 29 houses that sold. We're coming down that price per foot at $328, but I like the number at 29 houses because that means that we're selling a good amount of houses. And if you go back to pre-COVID, we're better than what we were in pre-COVID. I mean, people have found Crystal Beach. So if you're interested in looking to see what your house would sell for, be sure you call me. I'll be happy to go over your numbers about your house. And if you're a buyer, I would do an in-depth study for you as well, so you can see what is actually a good buying price for a property that you're interested in. Buyers, this is a great time for you guys to be able to come in and enjoy the beach, get a house at a good price, and start doing what you love to do. Find that permanent vacation home right here in Crystal Beach. Give me a call, 214-801-9801, or go to our website, WeSellCrystalBeach.com. I have to go to a meeting, so I look forward to hearing from you. Make it a great day.